hung over. Not in the way that you think. I am hung in the over position. Families and friends, at some point or another, we argue over who's going to do the dishes, who's going to take out the trash, and yes, as funny as it sounds, the toilet paper. We have at all one point or another faced an issue with toilet paper. Whether it is the one that is OCD and it has to be positioned just correctly, or the one that ends up unrolling the whole roll of toilet paper on the floor and you've got to wind it back up, or the one that's in a public restroom and no matter how hard you fight with these machines, you can't get the toilet paper out. Whatever the reason, we've all been there at some point or another. I feel that I am qualified to talk to you about this because I have owned my own house cleaning service for many years. And I've encountered this question many times, whether it be a personal home or a business. The purpose of my speech is to persuade my audience that the correct position of a roll of toilet paper is in the over position. The correct placement of the roll of toilet paper is an argument that has been around for decades. It's called the great toilet paper debate, whether it is over or under. Placing it in the over position is the most economical, the most sanitary, and the most presentable. The placement of the toilet paper in the over position is the most economical for several reasons. The most important thing to remember is, according to MNN.com, it was invented by Seth Wheeler, and his original patent that was filed on June 8, 1891, clearly has the toilet paper in the over position. In addition, Mr. Wheeler also invented the perforated sheets. That way it's more economical and user-friendly because you can tear off what you need on an as-needed basis. It is also more economical in the over position by allowing the consumer more control over the roll. The one-handed tear, as stated by currentconfig.com, is a tear that relies on a quick, sudden motion either away or towards the person that's tearing. They also state that there is a natural curve, and yes, there is a science about this, believe it or not, that the roll stands fast. It's a natural curve in it that allows that quick sudden motion. But the underhung method creates a tendency in the roll that results in a pile of toilet paper on the floor. Another reason for the over position being more economical, according to goodhousekeeping.com, is because it's just simply easier to see. So there's less waste. Not only is the over position more economical, it is also more sanitary. Hanging it in the under position, especially if you got one of those really big jumbo rolls, it may come in contact with your wall. There's tons of germs on your wall. There's probably even more than we want to imagine. So every time you turn that roll of toilet paper, it's going to come in contact on the exposed side of the toilet paper with those germs. Or take into consideration, again, the one-handed tear. If it's in the under position, it's going to wind up with a big pile on the floor, nasty germs all over the floor. Not a very good situation. With the economical and the sanitary benefits being said about the over position, House.com says that the over position has many different viewpoints for it being more presentable. If you buy toilet paper with the pretty designs on it, the only way that you're really going to see it, or your guest is going to see it, is if it's hung in the over position. Another reason is etiquette. The House.com also says that it's taught in some prep schools that the correct position of a roll of toilet paper is in the over position. In addition, the House.com also says that hotels, they hang it in the over position. One reason is because they can make the little cute little point, but it's also the reason is because it's proper. It tells the renter, the guest, that housekeeping's been in that bathroom. In conclusion, the purpose of my speech was to persuade my audience that the correct position of a roll of toilet paper is in the over position. I have explained several reasons why placing toilet paper in the over position is the most economical, it's the most sanitary, and it's the most presentable. Again, I feel that I am qualified to talk to you about this because I have owned my own house cleaning service for many years, and I've always been encountered with this question. As I stated earlier, we have all, at some point or another, had an issue with toilet paper. As crazy as it sounds, and as great as of an invention it is, we have all been there at some point or another, for whatever the reason, or the way that you hang your toilet paper. The best way for it to be more economical, more sanitary, and more presentable is hung in the over position. As stated in an article on mentalfloss.com, so shall it is drawn, so shall it be hung. Thank you.